Hi, everyone, and you are welcome back to Helena's Corner, your safe space where we talk about safeguarding, parenting tips, lifestyle, and the likes. You are welcome back to Helena's Corner. Thank you for coming to watch this video. Thank you to my subscribers and those that will be subscribing. So, today we're going to go slightly different from what we've always been talking about, right? If you remember when I first introduced my YouTube channel, I said we were going to be talking about lifestyle as well, which is very, very important as we go on every day. So, that being said, today we are going to be talking about emotional fitness and high functioning burnout. Yes, today we're going to be talking about emotional fitness and high functioning burnout. Why is coping not the same as being okay? Yes, I came across this topic while I was doing a couple of research and reading, because we have a lot of people that cope and think they're okay. Coping is not the same as being okay. And come with me, watch this video till the end, and I'm sure by the end of this video you would have learned a lot about emotional fitness and high functioning burnout. Now let's get right into it. Have you ever noticed that you're doing everything you're supposed to do? Like, have you sat down and reflected and wow, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. You wake up, you go to work, you parent, you care for others, you meet your deadlines, but inside you feel exhausted. Inside you feel tired, and the kind of exhaustion that sleep doesn't fix. Has it ever happened to you? Like, you're not falling apart, you're not failing, you're coping. That's exactly what is going on. You are not falling apart, you're not failing, because you're doing everything you're supposed to do. You're just coping. Hmm. Think about it. Today, I want to talk about something a lot of people live with quietly. A lot of adults, a lot of parents, a lot of carers live with quietly. High functioning burnout, and why emotional fitness is the missing piece we rarely talk about. Okay? Because coping is not the same as being okay. All right. The fact that you're coping, you live your life every day, do what you're supposed to do, does not mean you are okay. Now we're going to talk about high functioning burnout. What do we mean by high functioning burnout? High functioning burnout doesn't look like what we imagine burnout should look like, right? For high functioning burnout, you still show up, you still go to work, you still perform, people still rely on you. From the outside, you look really strong, you look capable, you look inspiring, but internally, right, you're emotionally drained. Small things irritate you even more than they should. You feel numb or disconnected. Rest makes you feel guilty. High functioning burnout is very dangerous because it's invisible. Even to you as a person, it's invisible, but it's very dangerous. And for parents, carers, professionals, this becomes a lifestyle of survival rather than well being. Why so many parents and caregivers live here? Many of us weren't taught how to slow down. A lot of us were just taught how to get it done. A lot of us were taught how to achieve. A lot of us were taught how to go through it. We're taught how to cope quietly. We're taught how to push. We're taught how to be grateful, and keep going. We're taught how to put everyone first. So we learn to override our emotions, instead of responding to our emotions. And over time, it creates a belief that as long as I'm functioning, I'm fine. It's not always like that. It doesn't always work like that, right? But emotional exhaustion doesn't always ask for permission. It accumulates, right? Especially when you're parenting, you're holding an emotional space for others every single day, probably depending on the kind of work you do, or the kind of family dynamics you come from. High functioning burnout happens most times with people that have one or more responsibilities. What I mean by one or more responsibilities, you've got a family, you've got children, you've got work, you've got, relatives, friends, and other people that depend on you emotionally. Let's talk about what emotional fitness mean. What do you think emotional fitness mean? Emotional fitness is not about being calm all the time. It's not about positivity or pretending everything is okay. Emotional fitness is your ability to notice your emotional state. Is your ability to notice your emotional state. Have we ever thought about our emotional state? Like, where am I emotionally? Like, how is my emotional state? Right? Because why I'm saying, because a lot of us don't even recognize that we have emotions. A lot of us just live every day like it comes. We just live. We just cope. And coping, like I said, does not mean you're okay. Okay. Emotional fitness is also your ability to respond instead of suppress. Is your ability to notice your emotional state. Is your ability to respond to your emotional state and not suppress. A lot of us suppress, especially women. Emotional fitness is your ability to recover instead of just endure. It's your ability to recover instead of just endure. And it's your ability to regulate instead of explode or shut down. Emotional fitness is your ability to regulate your emotions instead of shutting down or exploding. Just like physical fitness, emotional fitness needs regular maintenance. I cannot just overemphasize that. If you only rest when you collapse, your system never truly recovers, right? Emotional fitness asks, how do I feel today? Really? What do I need before I reach my limits? Where am I overriding myself to keep others comfortable? Now, we're going to talk about the costs of ignoring your emotional fitness. Of course, it comes with a cost. It really comes with a cost. Like, as I'm making this video, I'm also talking to myself because I can see myself in a lot of these things. Not being able to notice when I've gotten to that stage or when I've gotten to my limit where I need to take a break, where I need to relax, or where I need to rest or regulate my emotions, as the case may be. Now, what's the cost of ignoring emotional fitness? When emotional fitness is neglected, high functioning burnout becomes chronic. They can look like parenting on autopilot, losing patience more quickly, getting very irritable, feeling disconnected from your children or your partner, resentment, or you feel guilty for everything, really, and a constant sense of pressure, even on good days. Right? What's the hardest part? You often blame yourself instead of recognizing exhaustion. You often blame yourself instead of recognizing exhaustion. But this isn't a personal failure, it's a nervous system under strain. These things I've just listed are the costs of ignoring emotional fitness. Small lifestyle shifts that builds your emotional fitness. Emotional fitness doesn't require a full life overhaul. It doesn't mean you should neglect or leave the things you're supposed to do. It doesn't mean you should change your life entirely. It starts with small, honest shifts, just little shifts. Name what you feel, even privately. Sometimes you just name what you feel. Ask yourself, reflect. How do I feel? Oh, I feel, this way, that way. I think it's only recently that I personally have gotten to know when I'm emotionally drained, because a lot of things can cause emotional issues or dysregulations when you've had too much to think about, or you've got, something that's really stressing you or putting you down. And I always, I try to tell myself that when I see myself thinking about something, a situation or an issue, I intentionally tell myself to stop thinking about it, to stop worrying, because I think it's just recently I've noticed when I'm emotionally drained. Have you ever like notice when you're emotionally drained and what that does to what that makes you feel. Because personally, I have felt emotionally drained only recently, so much that you just find yourself shutting down. Like you see yourself shutting down. And you're wondering, why am I shutting down? And I'm not able to control the shutdown. Like, man, that was just recently. And I was thinking about it. I was like, I am really emotionally drained. You can't be emotionally drained, right? You're human. Rest without earning it. You don't have to feel tired before you rest. Just rest. You don't have to um have done the whole whatever and you feel, oh, I need, no, just rest. Just rest, even without earning it. Just rest. Lower the bar on hard days. Some days can be hard in terms of, caring for the children or work, or just lower the bar. On days like that, just don't stress. You don't have to do everything. On days that are not your normal days, you just need to rest. Create pauses, not escapes. So whatever you need to do, of course, you have to do them, but create pauses. Just pause. Just stop. Okay. I was having a conversation with someone recently, and I was talking about a couple of things that are going on with me, and things that I've been thinking about. And when I was talking to her, and she was like, pause, stop. I was like, why are you telling me to stop? Just stop. And she told me to take a deep breath and all of that. And I stopped and I was like, yeah, it kind of felt good, but sometimes as human beings, you kind of find it difficult to remove those things from your mind if they're bothering you, especially if you're one that is an overthinker, like me. I think I'm an overthinker. Um, but I know that recently I've tried to just remove things from my mind and just don't stress yourself. Please and please create pauses. It works. It works, right? Let support be part of your routine, not your emergency plan. Have support. Seek support. Delegate if you can. Let support be part of you. Not, oh, I can't do this because of this reason or the other. Let me get support. No, you don't have to get to that stage to get support. Support should be part of your routine. It should be part of your everyday life. It should be part of your plan. All right. That choice alone is very, very, very powerful. Sometimes emotional fitness is simply choosing not to push when your body is asking you to pause, right? It's also about understanding your body, understanding your emotions, understanding how it feels, right? If you are functioning but exhausted, I want you to hear this clearly. You don't need to crash to deserve rest. You don't have to get to that stage to rest. Just rest. Okay? You don't need to break down to need support. You don't need to break down to need support, and you don't need to be failing to be struggling. Coping is not the goal, but your well being is the goal. To cope is not the goal, but your well being is the goal. Okay? And I know that this video has resonated with a lot of people, because when I was doing some reading and doing some research, I was talking to myself, because what we do every day is cope and think we're okay because, oh, we made it through today, let's go on to the next. We made it through today, let's go on to the next. No, it doesn't work that way. And high functioning burnout is very dangerous. Is very, very dangerous. Okay, if this video has helped, if you resonate with this video, you can watch all over, learn, you can share with people that you feel like need to watch this video and learn one or two things from emotional fitness and high functioning burnout. Share with someone, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. It depends on where you're watching this video from. Until next week when I come your way again, it's bye.